Hi friends, now today I have the honor of introducing to you Dr. Anand Shahi. He is rank 4 in this November 2019 AIIMS. It is an awesome performance. Congratulations Anand.
Thank you, sir.
How are you feeling today?
I'm really happy now, and I'm relieved at the same time. I have achieved my aim, and yes, I am satisfied with my result.
Yes. And Anand, we were discussing and I just wanted to know from you, especially for the listeners, that this AIIMS exam was slightly different from the previous AIIMS exams.
Yeah.
So how was, what do you feel was different in this AIIMS exam, and what was the similarity from previous exams, so that a future aspirant can learn from it?
Okay. Yes. Everyone knows, like, there has been a change in the pattern of the AIIMS exam, and in the recent papers there were like only single best responses, but like in this, the difficulty has been increased just because of the change in the pattern of questions. The questions are very conceptual, but still it is difficult because they have added some other features. And that was the thing.
It is not the topics that are difficult, it is the way of asking questions. You have like a pattern called as assertion reasoning that introduces an element of analysis. It is not just recall. You can't just say कि मैंने answer याद आ गया. You have to analyze कि कौन सा statement ठीक है and what is the relationship between them. So and then there are videos and visuals. They will try to create an aura of a tough exam, but the topics are usual. So that is the key. So you should not be overwhelmed by the occasion that AIIMS का paper है, video आ रहा है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. The topics are all usual. You have to have that faith that I'm on the right track. And Anand, I also want to know from you, like when you were giving the exam, and in this exam, you would have heard your seniors and everybody tell you that the time management is critical. So did you make any strategy for it? And how did you go about the paper?
Well, while giving the mock test, time did not really matter much because I knew that was a mock test. Okay, but in the AIIMS exam, because of the anxiety, time it felt that time is passing by fairly quickly. But still, I just went about through the sequence. I mean, I did not prepare like I will go about doing this question first or that, but like my strategy was basically start from the first question, and then you have to progress your way throughout all the questions.
How many, like in this paper there were 200 questions, but when we look at the question palette there were like 288 decision points to be made. So if I ask you that how many did you attempt?
So in the summary it was given like 259 out of 288.
So if I say that you were a bit aggressive about it, or you were like more aggressive in the single best, like how many single best response did you attempt?
I don't really remember. Like I did not see actually how much.
Were you on an aggressive mode in the exam or like a defensive mode? How would you describe yourself?
I actually went defensive this time. Like during the preparation I was always aggressive, but this time I actually went defensive and focused more on the other type of questions. But I realized it later, yes, that it would have been better
if you could have done 2-3 more, like
more single best best response.
Because I have talked to like all the toppers now in this exam. We have talked to all the exams, and you have those videos on the YouTube channel, and each of them had done that 260 plus, 265 plus.
Okay.
And I feel that but only thing they were defensive on were that multiple true false. And that match the following, like especially because of the arranging sequence.
Yeah, actually, yes sir.
Yeah, because of negative marking.
Negative marking, yeah.
I think you must have done the similar thing as well.
Yes. Sorry.
And Anand, I also want to know from you, like if we also look at this exam, they had like questions on ECG this time.
Yes sir.
They had questions which were very integrated, like an orthopedic and a pathology put together, and you get to histiocytosis and all that.
Yes.
So when you were giving the exam, did you enjoy?
Yeah, sure. I was
a good paper, I think.
It was a good paper. Like at first, it felt it was easy. Then as the time passed by, it became difficult. Then there also came a moment when I started laughing. Like okay, like I felt like I was giving a mock test, like something like that.
You have utilized the test series of DAMS. You've given our grand test, SWTs, CBTs. Do you think the questions that we frame are at a good level?
Yes sir, they are good level. Yes. I found it useful because like we should always train harder. Okay, and that will be really useful for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also believe that when you are preparing for an exam, you have to prepare in a more stiff manner. Because in the real exam, the anxiety would make you a little slower, and even the easy questions in the exam feel tough.
That's
so you
true.
have to have that. You have to have that edge that I was already on a steeper ground. So when you were giving those grand tests and SWTs, the tests. How would you analyze yourself? Like after the test, would you analyze the mistakes that you have done so that you can improve, or what was your strategy for them?
Yeah. Okay. So like for the right questions, I understood that yes, I knew the concept very well, so I did not see much for that. But like for questions, there were questions like where you had to put your mind. Okay. So I bookmarked them and all that stuff, and then I also used to go through the standard textbooks, and the questions, all the concepts, they seem to match, and that would really make it useful, like this is from a standard textbook. So that was a good thing, and that then made me pay attention more to some of these concepts and questions.
And did you also utilize the video solutions for the questions that you've gone wrong?
Yes, for some questions like I could not understand only by reading the solution. For those, I had to look up the video discussion, and it was explained well by the faculty. And like whenever you hear it from someone, you receive it better than just reading it. But strategies differ, and that was the same with me.
And I also believe that tests are an integral part of your preparation. Like in the real exam, you would have to give tests, and the tests should be appeared for in two formats. One is a class test or a subject wise or a topic wise test, and one is a grand test. In the beginning of the session, the topic and subject wise tests have more value. Towards the end, grand tests have more value. Would you want to elaborate here?
Okay, so while beginning, like during the early part of the preparation, like the subject wise test, they will give you a sense of completion. Like yes, I have done this subject, I know this concepts, okay, this has to be done more. But as near the end, like you have to do more of the mixed bag, because first of all, that is more time efficient, because you will get many mixed pattern of questions, and then it will also give you a sense of confidence that yes, you can solve the entire paper.
And you have also given the DAMS CBT. What was your rank in the CBT exam?
Okay, so my friends told me to give the DAMS CBT. I could not give the DAMS CBT 2, but yes, I filled it up, the third one, and so my mock rank was was 22, and it was out of 50,000, and that felt really good.
But did that give you a confidence that I'm on the right track?
Yeah, that gave me confidence, and it motivated me to I need to work harder also.
Yeah. Were you happy with the way the questions were framed in the CBT and how the entire subjects were represented?
Yes, sir. Like there
comes on a neat pattern. Yeah.
Like yes, sir. Like there comes a saturation point where you're doing many questions and it becomes a repeat. Yeah. But then, like if you give a question from some different source, then like that gives you that gives you an example that you are giving another test, or that gives you a feeling of a real exam. So that was the case with me in the DAMS CBT. So I felt like, because the questions were framed differently, and that really helped. Gauge my preparation.
And I may also I want to know that how did you manage your mindset in this year?
Okay.
Because it is like you must have had self doubts in between. Like how did you manage all that?
Okay, so like this time, like I won't say like panic attacks, but anxiety attacks, they did occur. There were times when I felt low. So at first, like they were less frequent, and like as the days progressed, they became frequent. But like I reminded myself, like I have the goal in front of me. Okay, I have to focus on that. And yes, there's no point in regretting over it later. Like you have to give it time. So I relax myself, because your mind will clear up again after 4 or 5 days. You have to rest in between.
Yes. And may I also ask you, which branch are you planning to take now?
Okay, sir. Like I am planning on to take general medicine.
I'm sure
AIIMS, yeah.
you know we will have general medicine with you in AIIMS, and I'm sure you will make a great physician in future.
Thank you, sir.
And I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate you.
Thank you, sir.
And I also want to congratulate your parents. And
Thank you, sir.
I'm sure you have done very well, and I'm sure they are very proud of you.
Yes,
God
sir.
bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.